Mark Lawrence, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining here.
No problem, no problem.
You've been part of this Yonex Stringing Team for how many years?
This is now my 29th year. Ever since the All England moved to Birmingham from Wembley, I've been here, so long time.
And I can actually remember that because I also been part of kind of that journey.
Yeah.
So you are a familiar face for me, for all the players being part of the circuit. So the stringing team here, how many consists of how many?
It's grown a little bit over the years. We're now up to 8 stringers, and then we have 1 admin staff at the beginning of the week because the rackets are coming in thick and fast, so they have to be logged in, logged out, stenciled. That allows the stringers just to get on and string and not have to worry about.
So it's 8 to 9 people working how many hours a day?
Between 10 and 12 hours a day.
10 and 12 hours a day preparing the rackets for each player.
Yeah.
And how do you see this, your role as a stringer? Because I could imagine that there's a lot of detail coming into this. You're actually kind of preparing the player's weapon before he or she is going into the fight. How do you see your role in this?
It's exactly that. We're there to support the players, hopefully to help them produce their best when they go out onto the courts. And say our bit is to get their rackets the way that they want them to do, to get them to the right tension, and I guess more importantly is to consistently have them the way they want them and not kind of a little bit all over the place with different tensions and
I could imagine that there must be so many detailed demands from the players. So how do you keep track on that?
Well, we keep records. You get to know the players. You get to know one of those that are maybe a little bit more fussy, and those that are a little bit easier going. But it's a question of kind of communicating with the players and finding out exactly what they want, and then going from there.
And then they put on like this the piece of paper we got here. They add on the information about the tension.
Yeah, what string they want, what tension they want, and then when they need it by, when they want the rackets by.
Yeah, because that has to happen quite fast. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to keep a track of the games that are on court and the rackets we've got, and when players are due on, and trying to make sure we have the rackets ready before they go on court.
So you mentioned also that you get to, because you're traveling on the tour doing this, not for every tournament, but for a lot of them. So you get to know the players as well.
A little bit.
Like I bet when they pick up the rackets and you chat a bit and.
I mean it's nice from our point of view to be able to get to know them. I think from their point of view, it just builds a little bit of trust.
Yeah,
so they
exactly.
recognise us and they think, oh yeah, the Yonex team are here. We're going to get a good service this week. So yeah, that's nice.
So if you're 8 or 9 different stringers, so I have to. Is there any difference on your style on how you string the racket? Maybe there is like a common outset, and maybe you add like your own personal touch, or how does?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, there's a basic method which everybody follows. Yeah. But yes, within that there will be small differences. People maybe have different knots that they use to tie off on, and maybe even different places. And the way people start the main, start the crosses, will vary a little bit, but the principle will always be the same of starting from the middle, working out crosses from the bottom up. Different tensions on the mains and the crosses, depending on what the players ask for.
So do the players ask for specific stringers? Some of them, or no?
Just occasionally.
Okay.
Not very often. Mostly they just put the rackets down. And
I think I might have done that a bit in the past. And talking a bit about the past, actually, I was wondering because, we can also talk a bit about high tension, a bit lower tension.
Yeah.
So which one of the players on tour right now has got some of the highest tension?
Right now, the Danes have always had high tensions. When we go back to Jens Eriksson, Martin Lundgaard, yourself, we're playing with high tensions. Now, some of the Japanese doubles players, they're up there at 34, 35 pounds. And the way we operate now is we tend to there's a differential between the mains and the crosses. So if they have the mains at 34, then the crosses are going to be up at 36, 37, which is kind of
so
pushing.
that's very, very high.
Yeah.
That's the highest.
That's about the highest we do, yeah.
Okay.
The rackets probably would take a little bit more, but it puts a lot of stress on them, and it can be, when you break a string at that tension, the energy release will actually take the frame with it. So
that's why we see the players, they rush out to kind of cut the strings,
yeah.
the rest of the strings to make sure. Okay.